guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Diana with the Paper Pineapple. Today I have finally put together my paper wallet tutorial, and today this is what we'll be making. I'm going to be showing you how to make. It has a little Velcro closure, and I added a dangle. That's an extra. So today I'm just going to be showing you how to do just like the basic wallet. And so yeah, you have two pockets, two functioning pockets here, and you have a place to put your cards here and a place to put cards here, and you have an insert right here. And I did add this little picture insert that I think I'm gonna either add this one or maybe alter it so it's a little different. So I will see how that turns out. I got an idea, but we'll see if it ends up working out. So yeah, this is what it looks like. It's functioning. It's pretty good size. You don't have to add a dangle if you don't want to. I just thought I'd give it a good touch. So this is what we'll be making, and I will show you, and let's get to it. Okay, you will need one 8 by 6.5 sheet of a designer cardstock. So it could be any design or any type of papers that you'd like. So this will be your wallet base. You will have two solid cardstock of any color of your choice, 7 1/4 by 6 1/4 inches. So these will be the actual pouches. You will need 4 3 by 3 solid cardstock pieces. These are going to be the paper springs for the pockets, so these will go with these. You'll need 2 6 1/4 by 3 1/2 coordinating designing cardstock that will match this. These will be the faces of the pouches that go on top of here. 1 3 by 2 3/4 solid cardstock. This will be the photo frame for the inside that you'll put your picture in. So that will be that coordinating piece. And you will need 1 1/2 by 4 inches of designer cardstock paper. This will be the actual wallet front strap closure. So these are the pieces that you will need. Okay, you want to take your wallet base, which is your 8 by 6.5 and designer cardstock. And here I'm rounding the corners. You don't have to round the corners if you don't want to. It's totally up to you. I think it gives it a nice touch. Then we're going to go ahead and do the spine, and you're going to score up 4 1/8 and 3 7/8. This will give it a little bit more stability, and it's easier to open and close. You just varnish the ends. And the top part you can add your dangle if you wish. You will then take your 7 1/4 by 6 1/4 solid cardstock pieces for your pouches, and you simply fold those in half and get your bone folder and fold them gently. And then you'll have your two pouches. The next thing that you'll work on is on the paper springs. You'll get your 4 3 by 3 solid cardstock pieces, and we're going to go ahead and do the scores. So you will need a scoreboard for this. You will score them at every 1/2 inch. So you'll get your scoreboard, put them in, score them at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1 1/2 inch, 2 inch, and 2 1/2 inch. And you will do this for all 4 of your 3 by 3 pieces. Now you will fold your paper springs. You will fold one towards you and one away from you. It's just a simple accordion fold, and you will do this for all 4 of your pieces. So now we got our paper springs. So now we're going to here, I think on my wallet here, I'm just going to go to reference. I did leave this pouch with a straight edge, and then this pouch I rounded it to go with this side. So you could do that if you'd like. I'm gonna leave one straight and one round. You just pick which one you want rounded and which one you want straight. So here I'm rounding one of my pouches, and I'm ready to put in the paper springs. I get 2 of them, and I put adhesive at the bottom. You can use liquid adhesive, a hot glue gun, or a double-sided tape like I'm doing here. And I decided to make sure that the springs are facing inward, so the spring is on facing towards you, and I do apply them. Make sure that it's a little bit away from the center crease, the center fold, and then I do want to leave a little bit of a lip on the sides so that you don't have trouble opening and closing the pouch. And I do adhere both sides at the same time so that I can just gently fold over the top piece, and it's an even application. I find it that it's a lot smoother and easier. And then I press down and you have your first functioning pocket. We're going to add the front strap closure, so you will get your 1.5 by 4 inch designer cardstock paper. And on mine, I rounded the edges because my wallet was rounded. If yours is straight, then I would recommend you leaving them straight edge. And I put in the pouches to see how much room I need to fold over the strap. And I kind of gently just fold it to give me an idea of where I want it. And just add adhesive to the back. And then now we're ready to add adhesive to the actual pouch. The adhesive is on, and so I'm now ready to place it. Make sure that you stay away from the center crease so that you can fold your wallet and just gently press. And you now have your functioning pocket. And you do the same for the other side of the pouch and adhere that to the other side. I went ahead and added adhesive to the other pouch, and you want to carefully place it. Make sure that you have the opening in from the center, and then just gently press those pouches in. Then you will take your 2 6¼ by 3.5 inch cardstock, designer cardstock for the card covers, and just gently place them over. If there's any overhang, make sure to trim those. One I did straight edge, and the other I did round to match the other pocket. Okay, so now I have my papers for my card covers, okay? So now what you're going to do for this side, we're going to do this side first. I'm going to go ahead and round the corners on this because I do have a round edges on that side. Just going to round my edges so they just match up with the pouch like that. So, but we don't want it here yet. We want to actually do the card inserts. So on this one, we did a card insert on these 2 sides. So for this part right here, you can, I don't have exact measurements of where to put the cards, so you can just get a ruler and eyeball it. So say you want to get the center of this, so it's like about 6, so you can, like, if you want to get an actual card and measure out, I'm just going to get just a business card here. Let's see if you can just measure out, so, you know, like about this much. So you just make marks. On this side, you'll only be able to do 2, because you're going to put adhesive all the way around on this bottom part right here. So this second card right here, there's not going to be enough for you to put it too far in, so you can only fit 2. So what I would do, I would just turn this around, and you can just make your marks with the pencil. And so, like, I just want to say it's like about 6. So, and then you just want to get your card like so, and you just kind of want to just make little marks. Just gonna do a 1, and I think I'm gonna do like a 5, and then you just go a little further down, and then I just make the same marks, 1 and 5. And then you can make your lines right across, so you know exactly where you're going to do your, you're gonna get an X-Acto knife and you're gonna make the cuts across. Now for this part right here, I mean, it's just like, it's not gonna be perfect or exact. I tried to make straight lines, so I'm just gonna get a quick cutting mat, and I'm just gonna get my X-Acto knife. And for this, I'm just gonna get my ruler here, and I'm just gonna make a quick slice, like so. Hopefully it went through, and it did. And you want to do the next side over, like so, and just, sometimes I get the actual ruler, and then just go over it twice, just so that it gets the paper, and I pop that through. So that's how I did that side. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but it will work. And then you can go ahead and adhere this side. So now we're going to get ready to adhere this. So you want to make sure that you get to the far edge and center it as much as you can. Placed it down on this side, it kind of went a little crooked there, but it's fine. We're just going to leave it like that. Okay, so there we go. So you get the card, and you're able to stick it in. This is the part where you have to, since you just cut it, you have to kind of just varnish the fold openings so that they open on you. And there's one card. And I'm just going to put another card in here, like so. There we go. And there you have your cards on that side. But if you don't want to put actual, you know, business cards, you can actually put ephemera pieces in, which I will later put some in so that you can see. So that's that part. Now we're going to go ahead and jump over to do this other side. Now this other side, I'm going to go ahead and use this sheet here. And if for any reason you need to trim a little bit, you go ahead and trim it. This piece, I'm going to go ahead and leave it straight across because the edges are straight across. Okay, so I went ahead and trimmed the little excess that I had, and this one goes over it perfectly. And so now we're going to do the card inserts for this. So again, I turn it around, and on my wallet here, I was able to do 3 card inserts on this side. So I will go ahead and measure out like 2.5 inches should give us enough space. Yeah, like 2.5 inches. Okay, so if we do 2.5 inches from right there, again, just use a pencil, and 2.5 inches there. Go further down, 2.5 inches there, and then go further down, and then do 2.5 inches there. And I feel like that looks spaced out, because again, remember, you're going to have your picture frame right here. Your photo is going to go right there. So, and then you could embellish a little bit on the between the photo and the card insert. So I think I'm happy with that. So I'm going to get my X-Acto knife, and I'm going to get my ruler and make the slits. So I do that. inserts that I have made. Sometimes they don't cut all the way. If you happen to have one that doesn't cut all the way, just go over it again until you get your card inserts. So there I have my 3 card inserts. You need to put your cards in that way. So perfect. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this piece to this side. So now we will put this on this side like so. And so now I'm just going to add adhesive to the back of this. And again, I will be using my double-sided tape. Okay, so I finally added my adhesive all around. I did want to tell you guys that you do not want to add any adhesive right here because then your card won't be able to go through. So again, add adhesive all the way around, but do not add adhesive right here. So now we're ready to adhere this. See if I get a better. Okay, so now I adhere this piece down. Have your card inserts. So you put one there. Put one in there. You do have to kind of teach it to open and, you know, because it is fresh, so you gotta play with it and mold it so that it does what you want it to do. So, okay, so those are 3 openings. We are going to move on to the picture frame. So we have the photo frame that is 3 by 2 3/4. So it looks like this, and this is just going to go over like so. So to make the frame, I just went ahead and used my X-Acto knife. I went ahead and measured out like a space. Just flip it around, and I just measured out like a quarter of an inch. It's a 3-inch, so I just did a quarter of an inch. So right here, and then just did right there and right there. So I just made a frame to go around, and it's not going to be perfect, but it's just something that I made by hand. If you guys have a frame that you guys want to use, by all means use it, but you know, I just made this all by hand, so it's not going to be perfect, but you guys get the gist of it. Okay, so now I went ahead and measured it out all the way around, so it's a frame. And then I just make an X in the middle because I want to cut this center out, and I just want the frame. So I do that, and then I get my little mini scissors, my fussy cutting scissors, and I just gently, carefully cut around my frame. I'm sure you could probably find like a file, maybe download a frame off you know, off the internet, or if you have a die cut machine, use a die cut a frame out, or you can actually look one up on your, if you have a cutting machine like a Silhouette or a Cricut, you can probably find a frame that way. But I just did everything by hand, so I made it super easy so that someone who doesn't have a machine can use it, or a die cutting machine can make their own. So there's a frame. That's what the frame looks like. And I put this in the measurement page. It's an optional, but if you have acetate or any type of a transparency like this, you could add this and tape it or glue it to the back of this so that your picture is protected, so that, you know, there's no dust or anything like that, or it doesn't get wet, or, you know, whatever. So it protects your picture. You can go ahead and adhere this transparency or adhesive and just tape it to the back. And then you can just adhere it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that for those who want to use it. And then you get that. Perfect. Then you can just add this here. And when you do adhere your picture frame, you want to add adhesive only to the top, bottom, and right side of the frame. Again, because you're going to put your picture insert this way. So remember to not adhere it all the way around. And then you'll be able to put your picture in there. And that's pretty much all it is just add the little frame here. And you can, I'm thinking of doing another video on embellishing this wallet, just to give you guys an idea of how to embellish it. Craft with me video, I would be happy to do that too if you'd like me to give you tips on how to embellish your wallet. But on mine, I went ahead and just added, well, this I'm gonna do an insert for you guys so that you guys can put in your wallet. But if you don't want it, you can just leave it as is. And I'm gonna show you how to do this little insert. I did just do this little square fold out picture insert, but I had in mind something else that kind of reminded me of what's in wallet. So I'm gonna see if I can recreate that for you and put this in this video so that you can add to your wallet. I think this is fairly dried now. It's not all the way dry, but I'm gonna go ahead and add my adhesive. Where you put your adhesive at, you want to make sure that the adhesive is at the bottom, and then you just kind of want to eyeball where you want your picture at. I think I did a picture just for demonstration purposes so that you guys can see that's an actual picture in there, and just, you know, just to show you where the cards go. But now I was going to show you to add the Velcro closure. You can buy these, you can pick these up at Dollar Tree, they have them, or any craft store. Walmart carries them as well. So I'm just going to show you, like, you want to fold it, and you want to add the part that goes on top, so like the sticky part, and then you just want to get the fuzzy part that goes on the bottom piece. And what I do is I just stick it right on top of this, so that I know I know exactly that it's going to go on top. And if your strap's a little stiff, just get a pencil, and then you just like kind of curl it a little so that it has a little bend and it's not as stiff to close. And then you just simply get your wallet and you just kind of just measure out, so like so. And now your piece goes exactly on top of that fastener, the little Velcro piece. And so then you could just lift this up, and there you go. So that's how you add the Velcro piece. For the photo insert, I got a 8.5 by 3-inch piece of cardstock, and I did score at 3 5/7/8, and then I accordion folded that, and then I just decorated it. I added adhesive, and I placed it where I wanted it. You could put it in the center, in the top, or on the bottom, wherever you'd like. Make sure that it's adhered properly. And you can, you know, decorate that. For the new photo insert, I decided to do a water folio. So what I did is I got a piece of cardstock, cut that 5 by 5 inches, and then I folded it in half. And then I cut 2 pieces of coordinating cardstock, 2 3/4 by 3 1/2. And then I scored at 2 1/2. That made a little lip, and that's the place where I put my adhesive on. And I just place one on top of the other, and so it makes like a realistic wallet insert. I made sure that I put enough adhesive on the other side so I could just place it in and make sure that you press it gently so it adheres properly. And you can add a coordinating piece of paper like so, and you can even add a picture on there or a quote or something, and then you just place your pictures in the inside. So after you put your pictures in the inside, you can put a coordinating piece on the other side, and you can add another picture there or a quote or something decorative. And there you have it, a little picture folio. Well, this concludes my wallet tutorial. I hope it was easy to follow. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Bye guys!